$200,000, $205,000. That's a lot of money, right?
Well,
I just
for you, if you cannot cover 205, then don't even bother calling me.
I don't want you to even have to put any more brain power on this property. I don't want you to have the same conversation with somebody else who's going to waste your time. So I want to give you an offer. I want to do $195,000, but you tell me where I got to donate an extra $5K to.
I don't trust that.
You'll get that $195,000, and you will not have to worry about this at all. You won't get a penny less. Can we make this happen?
No.
You did everything right on the call. You built rapport. You asked about their situation and motivation. You asked about the timeline, the condition of the property, and how you could best help them. You even gave them a fair cash offer, just for your seller to say, I need to think about it. That's the line where most wholesalers lose the deal. You're about to watch a live negotiation with a stubborn seller, and this wasn't even my deal. One of my private clients brought this deal to me. She had been working on this deal for the past few days, staying consistent with it, until one day, nothing. The seller completely ghosted her. She had reached out to me, asked if I can step in and talk with the seller, and that's exactly what I did. Dealing with the most stubborn seller anyone can come across, I hopped into the arena. He was emotional. He had his guard up. He didn't trust anybody. He had been burned by multiple wholesalers in the past, and I was still this close to getting him to sign a contract. This is the part you don't see, the part where the other gurus on YouTube will never show you, the in-between moments where the deal can go left or right at any moment. Because real negotiation, it's not about sales tactics. It's not about applying pressure on your seller. It's about control, timing, and reading your seller like a book. By the end of this video, you will understand how to negotiate like a pro. I'm gonna walk you through what I said, how I said it, and why it worked. And unfortunately, the deal never closed. The seller ended up changing his mind. Look, he just wasn't that motivated. But if you apply these tactics on a seller that's just a little bit more motivated, you'll get the contract every single time. Now, before I show you the live call with this seller, here's exactly what I want you to pay attention to. I phrased it as, yes, I'm the buyer, but I'm also the underwriter, which means I have a little bit more authority when it comes to numbers. I establish credibility, letting him know that I understand this entire neighborhood, I understand the prices, I understand the comps, and I'm the one who's the expert, not you. Number two, I use the frame where the seller was going against himself. Every single word that came out of his mouth, I downloaded it in my brain, and throughout the call, I would use it against him, leaving him in an area where he's kind of a little unsure about his answer. He starts to create doubt in his offer price. You'll see it towards the middle of the video. He wanted $200,000, and when I asked him to justify that number, he got stuck. He was like a fly on a wall, like, I don't know what to do. And number three, this seller was all about control. Watch how I take control the entire call. There were times where he would fight me back, and he would fight for that control. I stayed calm. I understood my place, I understood the timing, and I took control whenever I saw an opening. I want you guys to be able to do this with your sellers, because this is how you get them to close. Those are the top three things I want you guys to pay attention to. Let's go ahead and let's jump right into it.
Mr. Motor, how you doing today?
We're doing all right.
Hey, this is Roy. I'm going to be Ruth's partner. We were talking about that property over there on Cove Drive. I wanted to go ahead and give you a call back because we're ready to move forward on the property. I just wanted to know, are you still looking to sell that property 100%?
I am.
You are looking to sell that property?
I've been talking to her about that.
Okay. Recently, she tried to give you a call. For some reason, it didn't go through. So I just wanted to go ahead and give you a call. I'm her partner and underwriter. And we were looking at the numbers on the deal. And I think we're able to make something work in order for you to walk away with the amount that you want. And also this to be a really good investment on us. Did I catch you at a good time to talk more about the property?
I do.
Okay, awesome. I really just had a few questions about the property. Ruth kind of brought me in on like what's kind of going on, but I just didn't get a clear picture. I was wondering, kind of give me an idea of what we're dealing with on the property. Is this completely renovated and brand new, or is it really in an original condition?
I'll be talking about $290,000.
$290,000 if it was renovated and brand new?
I wouldn't go lower than $290,000.
Okay, I'm really curious. I know your number is 200. Where does that number come from?
205.
205 is your number. And I'm curious, where does that number come from?
What do you mean?
I mean, I know you said if it was completely renovated, you do 290, but instead you're doing 205. I'm just curious why.
Because it's not renovated. It needs some work. Probably needs 15, 20,000 at the very most. And I said, if it costs you 225 and you sell it for 290, you 280, 290.
Yeah, so that's if we can sell it for 290 at that that point, right? Now, I am a general contractor. The reason Ruth wanted to go ahead and let me know the numbers is because I'd be the one going in there and fixing up the property, right? So whenever you said it needs work, what exactly needs work? Just so I can kind of run my numbers.
Well, it doesn't matter because when we agree on the price, you're going to have a walkthrough. Then
Yeah. No, 100%. What I'm asking is, I want to make a very smart investment, and I want to put a lot of money in your pocket. I mean, $200,000, $205,000, that's a lot of money, right? And I just
for you.
100% is for me. Maybe I'm not as rich as you, mister. But what I want to know is, what am I getting my hands on? What's kind of going on with the property? Just like if you were going to, let's say, test drive a car, or let's say buy a used car, you'd want to test drive it before you bought it.
I already did that with somebody there.
Okay.
Don't you communicate with everybody there?
I do communicate.
I've gone through this. I said on the phone last week, about 2 hours on the phone, describing every corner, every nick, and on the wall and everything.
Yeah, and I can see how that could be super annoying. And you keep repeating yourself. I want to ask you, what do you need in order for you to be like, look, I'm ready to sell the property. Here's the green light. Let's get it started.
How much money I need?
Not how much money. I mean, let's say we were able to make the 205 work. Are we able to get the process started? Is there anything else that you need to 100% say, hey, I'm on board to get this sold?
I don't need to do anything else.
Okay.
Maybe pick up a few things that I have there and then clean the floors. Make sure that there's no stuff left over there.
Okay. You got some stuff in the property?
Yeah, I have some tools and some tools and things there.
So what we can do is, and we do this with all our sellers, usually we're buying, I'd say 1 to 2 properties every month. With this type of property, usually we'll let our sellers, while we have it going through title, we'll go ahead and let it guys go into the property, get everything that you need. And before we close out on the property, it has to happen before we close out. Before we close out on the property, you guys are able to go in, get everything that you need, and then we'll close on the property. And then that's how we usually move forward with. Have you ever had experience working with a cash investor before?
I never sold any property as is.
Okay, gotcha. So because you've been on the other side, you kind of know what it's like to work with a cash investor. Just to kind of give you a quick rundown on what it looks like working with us. Basically, we're going to agree on the price. Once we agree on the price, I'm going to send you like a 2-page agreement saying, hey, we're buying it at this price and we're closing it at this date. Now, I would like to close out on this property in the next 2 weeks. Is that going to be too fast or too slow for you?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
2 weeks is fine.
2 weeks
1 week is fine.
Okay. Well, 1 week would definitely be a little too quick for me, but I want to go for 2 weeks. Now, I want to close out on this property in 2 weeks. During those 2 weeks, we're going to have to run title. I'm sure understand how that process works. Basically, the title company is going to do a background check on the property. Do you have any recommended title company that you want to work with, or are you okay if we use ours?
Not really.
Okay, cool. We use Alamo Title out here in Texas, so they're super friendly, family-based company, and super easy to work with. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and send it over to them. And once they give us the green light that title is clear, like I said, that background check is clear on the property, make sure there's no liens or mortgages or anything like that, which I'm sure there's not, that's when we'll go ahead and fund on the property. From there, they'll say, hey, Mr. Seller, we're ready to basically schedule a closing. Would you like your money through wire or check? Do you already know what you would like for that?
Let's see.
Most sellers usually just go through wire, but if you like to cash a check, you can do that as well. Either way, it'll be same day.
We can wire it. I don't mind.
Okay. And you already know the bank account we wire it to?
I can have the money wired.
Have the money wired?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
When the bank tells me that the money is there, I'll sign.
Yeah, so it'll go to the title company first.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and send it to the title company, and then the title company will let you know that everything's funded before you even sign.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions on that process at all?
No.
Okay. Now, I think the main thing is if you can get that 205, you're ready to go today. Is there anything else that's holding us back from moving forward today?
Nothing.
And the way we send out those agreements would be through Gmail. Do you have an email that you can use to go ahead and get those agreements back to us?
Well, my computers are down. Yeah.
When will those computers be back up?
I don't know. That's the thing. I just don't know.
Oh, no problem. Do you live in Texas as well?
In Dallas, yes.
You live in Dallas as well? Okay, I'm up here in Frisco. So what I could do is I can go ahead and send one of my agents or notaries to just come down and drop the papers off to you where you can sign it in person, and then we can just go ahead and move forward from there. Would that be a little bit easier for you?
That would be fine.
Okay, gotcha. And like I said, we would want to knock this all out before the end of the day, just because going into the weekend.
Find anything, transferring the property like.
Oh, no. So,
And then I'll be left hanging, and there's no money.
Yeah, can I clarify on how that works?
Tell me.
Okay, so all documents transferring the property will be done at the title company. I do not have the legal right to send you any documents of you transferring your property. The only thing that I can do is have an agreement where it's basically just saying, hey, me and you agree to you selling this property at whatever price we agree on and close at this time. That's all the agreement says. It doesn't say transfer the property. It basically just says this is a handshake, and the title company can see the handshake of what we agreed on. Once the title company gets that agreement, that's when they start drawing up contracts for transferring the property. But you won't sign those documents until, one, we fund the property, and you can ask the title company if we fund, and you show up to the title company. And it's a whole process to transfer your ownership of the property, which is why you have to go to the title company. Does that make more sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Any other questions at all? I really want to make sure this process is as smooth as possible for you.
I'm an old-fashioned. Used to go to the title company and then do all the work, all the paperwork there, have my check, and then sign.
And it's going to be like that in a way. We just have to do a little bit more precaution and do a background check on the title company. It's a new thing that we have to do with counties, because I'm old fashioned as well. Now, with that being said, is there any other questions that you have? I know that you've been talking to a whole bunch of people and they've been wasting your time. I want to let you know that I'm not here to waste your time. I'm serious about buying this property and moving forward.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. So what I would want to do is I want to go ahead and get everything written up with my underwriters. Like I said, it's a 2-page agreement saying we're buying the property. The only thing I need a little bit of help on. This is all I need help on. You said that you've already talked to these people and they didn't give you that much, or that you already gave out information of every corner of the property. I'm not asking for every corner of the property. I'm not asking for a breakdown of the property. I just want to know, what are the main things that I'm going to have to fix whenever I buy this property from you?
Redo the kitchen that I had redone, and the roof that needs to be replaced.
Oh, man, okay. Roof needs to be replaced. Is it bad or not too bad? And I'm going to drive past it tomorrow, or probably later today or tomorrow, but not too bad?
I have a guy that gave me an estimate on the roof replaced. It's $6,000.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's a small roof, and it's not complicated.
Okay, gotcha. So just the roof, kitchen, anything else that if you were in my shoes, you would want to know about?
No.
Okay, nothing else? All right. And that makes my job a lot easier. Just because I know originally, me and Ruth, we were coming in at 175, and you said absolutely not, it wouldn't work. I want a little bit more breathing room, and I'm not trying to hit the lottery, but I want to make sure you walk away with the most amount as possible. I know that 205 is going to be very, very hard for us to hit 100% and make the investment make sense. The reason I say that, because I don't want to just have you think that I'm just talking out my ass, right? I say that because my team, the realtors, I'm covering all the closing fees. I'm basically making sure everyone gets paid on this deal, and that's coming out of my pocket while also making sure you're taken care of as well. What I'm asking for is, I know 205 is going to be hard, but with you telling me the condition of the property, I think we can definitely make a huge jump. If I'm able to knock this out in 2 weeks and put that cash or your bank account, we knock this out ASAP. Like I said, I'm not here to waste your time. If we can go all in at 185,000, do you think we can make that work?
We're talking about 205,000, then you drop $20,000. If you cannot cover 205, then don't even bother calling me.
205 and nothing else.
And nothing else.
I'm just looking at my numbers right now. I know that roof is going to be 6,000. Kitchen, you said it's not too bad. 205,000. If we can make this work 100%, you're ready to go today. This is going to be a big risk on my end. That's why I asked that. I'm going to see if I can make it work. But if I can't make it work, I need to know 100% you're serious and we can get this started.
If you cannot make it work, let me know.
Okay. But if I can make it work, are we ready to go?
I would be ready.
And there's nothing else in that property. And I know we already talked about it. There's nothing else I got to worry about. Kitchen and roof, and that's all? You're not pulling any strings on me?
Well, no, I mean, Why don't you see it?
How do I get access to the property? I would love to see it. I think that's a great idea.
You can see the property tomorrow if you want to.
Would you meet me there?
I would.
Okay. What time will work best for you?
Maybe around 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
If everything that you're saying is 100% true and we'll all look at the property, I have two options. I think you're going to like these two options. I can do 205, but you cover closing fees, or I can do 200 and I'll cover closing fees. This is the best offer I can give you. I want to make this work.
Run that by me again. You said if you give me 205, I have to pay the closing costs.
If I give you 205, I need you to cover that closing cost for me. That's going to help me out a lot. But if you don't want to cover that closing cost, all I'm asking is if that we do this at 200. Not far off. I know we can make this work.
I don't want to cover any costs. And if I have to cover the closing costs, that will put a big dent on that amount because the closing costs, they're about 8% or so.
And that's why I'm asking for a little bit of breathing room.
Well, I mean, $200,000, 8% is like $16,000. So
yeah,
let's say 15. That ruins my budget. Changing the terms as we go along.
No, I wanted to see which option worked best for you because I can do 200,000, and I
$100,000 in my hand, on my hand, will do it. Otherwise, it won't work.
Even if we're I think right now we're 5,000 off.
Even if we are $5,000 off, it won't work for me. I have things to take care of. I'm going to make some donations, and that's important to me.
And I 100% get where you're coming from. I agree with you. I mean, you've owned this property for I don't know how long. You deserve every single penny that you're looking for. I just want to understand that the property is not in the best condition right now. I know you can make way more money if you just went in there and fixed it up yourself. Why don't you do that so you can fix it up and then get those donations?
We don't have the time.
Have you thought about putting it on the market with a realtor?
Try to do the remodeling and do the whatever needs to be done and make it clean and nice and clean. I won't ask $205,000. I'd probably be asking $290,000. And if I have to pay, I'd probably reinstate my real estate license.
Yeah.
Then it saves me a little bit.
I mean, you'd make more money going that route.
I would take your word for that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling me that.
I just want to make sure you're making the best decision, especially because you said you wanted to make some donations. And honestly, I love that you want to do that. Is there a specific donation I can donate to, the same one you're donating to?
I don't want to further on that because if I put my donations on the newspaper, so it doesn't sound like good faith. You know?
Exactly. Let's say what happens if you don't sell the property right now? Because I wanted to close this month, but let's say we don't close this month. Is it just going to be holding on to it?
I probably finding somebody that will do the cleanup and whatever needs to be done, we'll get it done and put it on the
market.
On the market.
I'm pretty sure like doing that, you should be able to knock this out in like probably 3-4 months.
Probably so, maybe even longer.
Yeah.
I'm old. I mean, I'm 80 years old.
Oh my God.
My wife is even older than me and she's not in good health. I need to take care of her.
Can I make a statement? I don't want to make this sound personal or anything like that. I don't want you to have to stress about fixing up a property and worrying about renovation or hiring somebody to do it and having to hire somebody that you have to trust. And most people you know out here are not trustworthy while you're dealing with what you're dealing with right now. I want you to be able to just get rid of the property and just let this go. Can we agree that that's probably the route we want to go?
That's exactly why I want to do that because we just went through an ugly experience. I had my sibling, her daughter, tried to build this clinic in Costa Rica, like a medical clinic. Mm-hmm. And they were doing the building. And last week I found out that engineers or whatever were in charge of it. They ran off with her money, probably.
No way.
Yeah, over $1 million.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can I be honest with you?
Tell me.
That's why I do all my own work. So I've been fixing and flipping properties for a while now. And that's happened to me before. I've experienced that. So I want to say, one, I'm sorry that she had to go through that. And that's why I go and do work on all my own properties. So whenever you told me I have to do the kitchen and the roof, just know that's not getting hired out. That's being done by me so I can avoid that. The thing is, I don't want you to have to go do the work yourself to avoid that.
I don't have the stamina anymore.
I know you. How about this? I don't want you to even have to put any more brain power on this property. I don't want you to have the same conversation with somebody else who's going to waste your time. I really want to get this property done. I want to help you out. So I don't want you to have to waste your time with somebody who's just going to waste your time again and again and again. And if you don't go that route, you got to fix up the property yourself, which we both know that's not the route you actually want to go. So I want to give you an offer, and I think it's going to work, and I think you're going to like this offer a lot. I want to do $195,000, but you tell me where I got to donate an extra $5K to. And
I don't trust that.
And we'll close out on this property in 2 weeks where you don't have to worry about this property again.
Yeah.
And I know where you're coming from. I know that 205 is what you're looking for, but I'm telling you, this is the highest I've been able to come up. And I promise you, if we can make this happen, you will never have to deal with this property again. You'll get that $195,000, and you will not have to worry about this at all. You won't get a penny less. Can we make this happen?
No.
Can I ask why not?
Because I have already spent part of that money thinking about those donations.
I want to ask you something, and I think we might be able to make something work, but you going and having to be with the person every single day is going to be time away from your wife because of the difference of $10,000. Is that worth $10,000?
Don't include my wife in this.
I'm not going to include your wife. I just don't want you to wait to spend time doing that.
I'll think about that. If I decide anything, then I'll give you a call.
Okay.
Thank you for your call, sir.
Do you have any other questions for me that I can ask about? Any other questions at all?
No, I don't.
Okay. Can I at least visit the property tomorrow to see if we can make that 205 work?
I'll let you know.
Can you tell me no, just so I can know?
I'll let you know before 6 o'clock.
Well, for 6 o'clock today?
I will.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and shoot you a text at this number, and you let me know, all right?
Okay.
And when I shoot you a text with my information, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive by the property, and I'm going to see if I can make 205 work, okay?
Okay.
All right. I appreciate your time so much, man. You have a wonderful day.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, my gosh.
He had you, bro. Oh my goodness. He's a tough one, bro. I was telling you, he's stubborn as hell. Like, he will, like, not let you talk. Like, it feels like suffocating with that man.
Very tough. What were your thoughts on the call?
You did amazing. I mean, you were touching every pinpoint, like wife, grandkids, charity. Like, I mean, you went around it, in it, between it. I don't know how to put it to you. You did amazing.
It's just going to be experience. That's all it is. It's going to be experience. And Ruth, you're so good at talking to people already. So you're really good with people. I think the only thing that gets in front of Ruth is herself. And as soon as she can get that confidence, it's over. Like, you're going to be an absolute closer. And I think, honestly, you'll be better than I will.
One of the most stubborn sellers I've came across to in a while. But if you guys are struggling talking to sellers at all, right, and you need me to maybe just show you how to get more deals into your CRM, or maybe you just need me to close some deals for you, I would love to work with you one-on-one. I'm taking a few clients on this month. And if you're watching this video, there's a link down below to book a call and work with me and my team. Now, if there are no more slots and that link that is down below is not gone, that means you got time. If that link is gone or the slots are filled up, that means you're out of time. So, hey, I would love to work with you guys. I'd love to get you some more deals. Currently in Boston, I've been traveling in multiple states, closing deals from everywhere in the world. And honestly, I just want to teach you how to do it as well. So I'll see you guys on the other side. If not, go ahead and watch these two videos right here because I think you'll get some more value. Peace out.